When he was less than 7, he was taken to a special hospital, given a genetic overhaul, moved to a new school with falsified records, and was on a whole new path in life. But it was all illegal, and so he had to keep it a secret no matter what.
DNA resequencing for any reason other than preparing serious birth defects is illegal. Any genetically enhanced human being is barred from serving in Starfleet. Practicing medicine.
Have we become so fearful? Have we become so cowardly that we must extinguish a man because he carries the blood of a current enemy?
The morality of genetic alteration of humans is a topic far too involved for us to examine, especially in light of the potential for us in the here and now. We need more information before we can really discuss it. But the question of whether or not a person should be punished because of what a parent did to them is a real concern. I understand the idea that if you allow them admittance into Starfleet, that someone might view that as a validation. But personally, I just see it as a knee-jerk reaction born from fear. Unlike Tarsus from the Drumhead, Julian Bashir didn't lie on his application to Starfleet. At least, there's no remark that states that he had. For no reason other than the fact that someone else did something to him. He never made the choice. He never made the fraud. However, you want to address that. The only reason he would have to leave is because he's different. that's not my idea of paradise. Indeed, that seems a rejection of the very foundation of Federation society, that a person is supposed to seek to better themselves. Yet they will deny Julian Bashir that opportunity, despite the fact that he himself has never done anything wrong. His father doesn't care that Julian just wants to quietly resign and avoid a spectacle. He wants to fight it. And when tempers flare, he says that Julian shouldn't talk that way to his own father.
He used to be my father. Now, you're my architect. The man who designed a better son to replace the defective one he was given.
That's where the real animosity comes from. The belief that his parents judged a 6-year-old child a failure and wiped him away so they could have a son that they could actually be proud of. That they never gave him a chance to succeed on his own. They decided he was already lost and just started over. But his mother insists that the only motive they ever had for him was love. And I can imagine their fear of what Julian might grow up to be like if he didn't have special help. I mean, he'd be like,
I don't know.
and would any of us really want that for our children? She insists that they were never ashamed of him. Everything was to help him, including the 14-inch penis. Before he gets a chance to resign, an admiral with the JAG office is already sorting it all out, thanks to his parents. His father will serve 2 years in a minimum security penal colony, and Julian gets to keep his career. Then he gives a speech about how the laws are necessary to avoid another con, blah, 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 blah.
200 years ago, we tried to improve the species through DNA resequencing. And what did we get for our trouble? The eugenics wars.
Wait, 200? It was almost 400 years ago. Yes, the admiral has a speech impediment. He says 2 whenever he means 4. So, my sentence is 4 years. Yes, and maximum security actually means pound me in the ass. Post-episode follow-up. Annoying character goes to Lita. I was tempted to give it to Ram. I mean, he did have a lot of really awkward moments this episode, but at least in the end, he admitted his feelings to Lita and stopped her from leaving. Whereas Lita wouldn't say at all what she was feeling. She kept waiting for him to do something. Lady, get off your fucking ass and do something. Final score for Dr. Bashir, I presume, is 6 out of 10. If it wasn't for the annoying and disruptive B-plot, it'd be higher. But even with it, it's still an above-average DS9 tale. Alexander Siddig hated the genetic alteration at the time, but I think it adds a great deal of coloration to his character and provided the means for some interesting stories later on. The reconciliation with his parents over the issue felt genuine for once, rather than the usual crap we get in such stories. Originally, the episode ended with Bashir's secret being kept safe, but Siddig wisely argued that it would be a mistake to reveal that he has this great secret and try to deal with that all the time. Definitely the right move there. Ricardo does an excellent job with this episode, showing the differences between Zimmerman and the Doctor that will form the foundation of Lifeline's success.